you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, and I'm just now realizing I also need to do a little something else before. There we go.
Oh, we're fine.
We should be good.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that, we'll need to pull up, because I'm not even going to try to put chat on there.
I'll have it on mine as well, but I needed to do the Patreon stuff. But we can say hello.
There we are.
We've got Grindel
Okay,
here.
you can see plenty of stuff.
We're doing great, doing great. Oh, you know what I have not yet opened the document, which of course you have, our SOSTA document.
Yeah. Where's our...
But I'll get there.
Upcoming. Here we go. Live.
Got it?
Yeah.
Are we getting more hellos? Because I can't, I'm doing the poll results, so I didn't see.
I was on top chat.
No. You know better than that by now, David.
Ragdoll, Dark Horse.
Though some of those appear to be on May 18th.
Oh.
So I'm not sure if that's now or if that was...
It's 20th of May now.
What? It's the 19th, right?
Apparently in Australia it's 20th of May.
Yeah, today it's the...
That's cool. Anyway, we're not even going to try to do... we're not even going to try to do the chat on the screen because we know that it's just not going to happen.
Because we're on a laptop.
So instead what I'm going to do is put LangTime up.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm not sure how it's going to work, but I'm going to try it. It's a little small, huh?
Yeah, but...
Here, I'm going to put the LangTime results up, and then I'm going to put it in the back. Yeah, that'll be good. Don't worry, I know what you're thinking, but it's all going to come out in the wash. Or wash, I suppose, as Jesse would say. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She wouldn't say that.
Okay. So, ooh, some Indian food. But yeah, okay, so SALSTA, S-A-L-S-T-A, is the name, the fun name we put at the top of the document, just for funsies, and that's, you know, just what is in the header of our cat language document, because of kind of a joke more than anything else.
All right, there we go.
That happened several episodes ago. It's very festive.
Yes. This isn't quite working out the way that I was hoping that it would.
Does it ever?
Because, like, I just wanted a portion of the window to be there, and that's covering up too much.
That is rather unfortunate. Okay.
Let's do this. We get rid of the formatting. There we go.
Oh, kid. I almost dropped my...
Anyway, we're streaming to you from my uncle's basement, as we do every week. We're here by
normal.
Ourselves. There's nobody
else.
Oh, no!
It's snowing tissue paper!
Oh, no! Ah! Oh.
Fire back, you're on TV.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Just playing catch.
All right, come here, Meridian.
Oh.
Come here.
That got me on the nose.
Come here.
No.
Come here.
Oh my gosh.
Come here. Come here, you. All right, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
And then you can see you over here, but in just a minute, we're on a lag. So
Yeah.
wait. Okay, here you're coming to your dad.
There you are.
There. And now everyone can see you and say hi.
Mwah. Love you, baby. And
Yay. And there's Aaron. You'll be there in roughly 45. Just a second.
I can't see myself. Ambush! Wait, no, we're done with our ambush. It's not a surprise anymore. All right, come on, let's go let them work. ambush again.
Let's do ambush again. Is that what she?
What's an ambush again?
Oh.
I said, let's do an ambush.
Oh, let's do. No, we're not going to
okay.
do another one. One is enough.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've survived the ambush. And now I think we're ready to
Yeah. Poll results. Here, I'm going to scoot this over a tiny bit. Just as a reminder, did we have a place in the document where we were at for this?
it should have been at the bottom of the sound changes. But no, maybe not. Because for the poll, we were trying to decide this would affect.
It would have affected
did we
nasalization. We were going to, okay, nasal vowel merger. Basically, we were going to decide if there was going to be a further merger so that the nasal vowels and would merge into one vowel, basically.
Yes.
And it would have, I think I'm foreshadowing a little bit. It would have made our romanization simpler, but who needs that? Evidently. Go ahead and
Yeah,
give us the
bit of-
results.
Bit of foreshadowing there. And as a side note, Blauerkex, you may already be gone, but awesome. Congratulations. And glad you joined us for a few moments. Okay, so yeah, the results.
Oh, I need to tell Megan said congrats on catching Tapu Fini to Meridian, so I need to let her know.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, so there were two options. Either
Yep.
merge them or keep them distinct. And by double the amount of votes, keep them distinct one. By double.
Yeah, so that's the...
And so David is super stoked.
Yeah, basically it would have, had this vote passed, it would have allowed us to do a romanization that was this. But we can't do that. And so now our romanization is going to have to look like this. Yeah.
Owen, yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, let's say that we have a word that is going to be in the modern form, like, I don't know. What's something that it goes through? Just an N. Canon. This is going to have to be romanized. Non. Uh-oh.
Oh, wait, what? Uh-oh.
Do we allow geminates?
Geminate?
Here, the Lexergy is up to date, so let's see what happens.
I mean, but I also don't necessarily hate it. Okay, taken. No,
Oh, that's interesting.
it is interesting.
How up to date is Lexergy?
Do geminates stop it even though it goes through one nasal?
It shouldn't. What's something that we know it definitely passes through?
Well, let me double check because I honestly don't remember. I know stopped it. Liquids, I think it went through. I think the L.
Yeah, I just put an L and it's stopping it. That's not right. Graham, are you here?
We can do this step by step. Yeah, it's not going through. Whoops. I meant to be.
Nasalization spreading. Put the plus suffix feature in the entire suffix. So
Nasal vowels.
was
Nasal
he only
vowels
doing
spread
this?
through glides.
I think he might have only been doing this with a suffix.
Oh.
But that's not the way it should be. It should be with everything.
right.
How do we write a suffix
And yeah,
in this?
Jake got that. Jake said the same.
Yeah, I think so too. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be just for suffixes. Let's see. Is that how you do a suffix?
It's taking a minute. It may be. No, that is
No, it's not. Maybe you have to do it like that.
And hey, Carl.
Congratulations to Carl, our last episode of the season. Oh, we did do it. For our last episode of the season for Halo just aired midnight tonight, and so you can watch it now. And so that is season 1 in the books for Halo, which caps off a lot of work for me and Carl. An absurd amount of work, a ridiculous amount of work. But it paid off. There will be a season 2. And so we'll see who's involved and when they let us know if they want us to do some more Sangheili. I hope they do. So, anyway, yeah.
Basement sounds. It's okay. Nothing's coming to get you. But we're on this side of the basement because the other side is so poorly lit that we would look like we were coming to you from the shadows. And I don't know that it would be any quieter. You look so disappointed. Like, this is great. So.
Tethys, yeah, the cat lang Lexergy, it's publicly available. It's the same place that all the other ones are. For the LangTime Lexergy, what you do is you go to lexergy.com/LTS, and that'll pull everything up.
As a side note, Jake was saying if you take out some of the examples and the input words, that makes it run a lot faster, which is totally true. Just because it doesn't have to redo them all. But, okay, yeah, and we could have seen how the suffixes were done.
I hate to do that because I know that these have been put in there for a reason.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just like that would make it go faster. So very true. If you're doing this at home, you can also save your input list. So if you're doing this at home and you want to just do one at a time, but you don't want to get rid of your input list, you can always save it.
Yeah. Is there any way that we end up with a geminate nasal? Or do those not happen in this language?
I'm gonna look up all surviving geminates simplify when following a consonant.
But when not.
Okay, liquid assimilation. When two liquids come into contact, they geminate.
Mm-hmm.
Sequence is blocked with RL, and that's all we say, which means all other consonants can be geminates.
But there's no sequence in which a nasal geminate would emerge, I believe. Is that correct?
Because it gets lost as it nasalizes the vowel.
Yeah. Unless, I think.
Because in another...
No, they accept that. Carne is apparently okay.
Oh, the running sounds of a child upstairs.
What happens here?
All good questions. Oh yeah, of course it's kartsne.
Yeah, kartsne. Well, I don't know. I guess then we don't have to worry about this problem, which I was worried about, that you would have a situation where
you then need a third in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I suppose the only thing that's troublesome is if this nasalization spreads onto something that already has 2 consonants on the end. Like, what happens to corn? Car, that's fine. And so then what would happen to, let's make that an N, and let's make this that. Yeah, that's where the problem's going to be. Okay, so let's say that for whatever reason, we had a protoform that was this.
So we don't make that a protoform, David.
The modern form would look like this, maybe.
I would almost argue that, like, I don't know, we take a note from...
Sorry, O.
What if we said an N at the very end of a syllable would... N-O-R-R-N would be really a nasal vowel.
Honestly, is that better? Is that
It looks
better?
better.
No, it doesn't.
It looks better.
It looks terrible. Oh, quiet, Carl. You know what your opinion is of this nonsense. Oh.
I mean, I agree it's not great. But also, wouldn't speakers just know to spread the nasalization without spelling it?
I hate that, because then you don't know how anything is pronounced. And it's like, what's the point?
So let's explore some alternate diacritics that can be merged with an umlaut.
God. There's nothing that's available. Like
I knew that would get you.
there's nothing that's regularly available and typable.
And so...
No, that's terrible. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, David won't like the tilde suggestion. And Miles, I love that you start your suggestion. I hate the idea too, but what about the acute? Because we know that can
No.
merge with the umlaut.
Absolutely not. Look, you can do it. It's just it's not easily typable. I'm fairly certain. Let's see here. Yeah, like this character exists. Though I happen to feel like the order is wrong.
Yeah, I would actually have put the ... underneath the tilde.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Do they not give you that option?
No.
No, but they do all the other accent marks on top of the tilde as well, except for the circumflex. That's interesting. Yeah, and adding tildes without a letter is not
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
not what's because that honestly just looks like it breaks up the word.
Yeah, it's not what's for dinner. Let's put it that way. Let's see. Nah.
Oh, are you looking through all the variations? Oh, they don't give that one nasalized? I'm not
No.
sure they can. I don't think they can see your character picker.
No, they can't. That's
Um,
fine. Underdot, get out of here.
No, I wouldn't be opposed to a fun little underdot.
No, you know, like if you were going the minimalist route, of course, the vowel O never occurs non-nasalized. So you could do something like, you know, this, and this, where that latter one was, you know, an umlaut, but O umlaut.
Essentially, the diacritics canceled each other out.
Yeah. But that's just silly. The other option, yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Let's do it. Let's yeah. Get out all the. Don't Siri. I don't want you.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, I think you do understand.
I had to wait to see what she would say because I saw what she was typing into her little Siri box as you did it, and it was several don't.
Siri,
It was great.
fine.
It was
I
good
understand.
stuff.
Okay. On in, and then we also. This would also mean. Urn. Urn. Another option is an. I'm sorry. Should lead to. The order, by the way, here is. Oops. It's E, O. So we know what we're dealing with.
There's also
There's also this possibility. In other words,
that second one should be an O then.
yeah, it should.
And Jake is asking about what if we do the umlaut where you get vowel followed by an E to indicate the umlaut, which I think we would need to do across the board if we're going to do it in nasalization.
Yeah.
Which is a bit clunky, but that does get around it. But again, it would have to be like A, E, O, E, U, E, and then like when it's nasalized, it's just like O nasalized plus E nasalized.
There's also the problem that we wanted this to be uniform across the board. So we've already used diacritics for fronted characters in our mouse language and Antipahla. So
Didn't we? No, wait. Does that one have?
No, it doesn't.
No, that one doesn't.
No.
No. Sorry.
Just the
it's
mouse language.
just in the mouse language.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying to make it consistent across the board does.
Or we could have just made our life simpler and merged these patrons.
But then what would they watch us stumble through on live air if they voted the easy way?
Really like the color of those over there.
The tubs
Like hot magenta and teal.
were meant to be red and green, but
I don't think so.
they're Christmas tubs.
No, they're hot magenta and teal.
I think it's the lighting.
Oh, I don't think so.
Anyway.
We'll take a photo of it and put it up on Discord later, you'll see.
Oh, you're true. Yeah, you're true. You're right, Magpie. We would have found something else to stumble over. So the problem just at the core of this is using any kind of nasal consonant is what happens when we get the double R situation.
Yeah.
After it, because that will happen with other letters. It's not just with the R that would happen. It could happen with other things. And so the question is, how do we mark that as nasal without it being super clumsy and adding any extra nasal, whether it's an angma, an N, or an N with diaresis, it's all going to be that same problem. And so like,
Yeah. Another option is this. And we're gonna, let's see. So then that's another option. We use the ends like in the first option, except that we just don't write nasalization spreading. This is what Jesse was suggesting. That they just figure it out.
it is the SHSY debacle all over again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did use so we don't want to use the acute accent for really marking anything but stress at this point.
Yeah.
So changing it to nasalization when these languages need to be written with some similar orthography. So
Well, Jake. Essentially, that was what Jesse's suggestion was, and that's what the fourth suggestion is.
Which, as David points out, then it's like just something you have to know, which is fine for when, you have a native language that people are learning and they just learn the little quirks. But in a conlang where they're trying to apply what they know about spelling, most simply. You don't want to have to explain too much, and so they won't know how to pronounce it. And then I guess the question is, you know, how important is it that they pronounce it with the nasalization?
Yeah.
And yeah, it has been suggested. So Grindle and I think Miles had also like thrown out as a last straw kind of thing using the O with the line through it. But I don't think that actually happens as Unicode.
No, it's
and
not.
that's a problem because
It
we
would be
can add it, but we can't like just type it on the keyboard as one letter shape.
Yeah, it's a combined character. I mean, unless I'm missing it somewhere. Should be pretty easy to.
Would it?
So we'd have to go to Latin extended. Let's see, where are the other Latin extendeds?
There was also some of the like phonetic extensions.
Latin
and things
extended
like that.
additional. I don't see it there. Latin extended C. I don't see it there. Let's go to D. This is, I think, just for Cherokee. Here's OE.
So Jonathan is asking what's wrong with combining characters, and that's, I know it's something you care a lot about, so I'm going to throw that question to you.
First of all, can you check Wokuthiju to see if we've ever used have we ever had as a vowel in any of our languages?
I don't believe so, but I am definitely pulling up Wokitiju right now. And I know wrong W.
Past the private use area.
There we go. And I know Ingala didn't have it. I'm going to check Tapafla, but no, because we didn't have any rounded vowels.
No, we didn't have any rounded vowels in Tapafla.
And so,
that would make any sense.
Yeah, no, the only rounded vowel, front rounded vowel that we had in Wokutiju was the E.
Let's see. Oops, sorry. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh. You know, let's just pretend that didn't happen.
Awesome.
Okay, now we're going to try fitting a little thing over this.
What is that letter called? That letter shape, like if I were to try to...
O/. It doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't sit right. Let's compare this to, what the heck was that? The heck was that? Sorry. I think I think I know what that was. Yeah, see, I'm gonna zoom in on this. All right. Wait. Oh, these all turned italic.
They did. I thought you did that on purpose.
I did not.
Sorry, I was not. I was trying to read. I was trying to see if anything online, if I could find.
All right, so I want you to look at the placement of this tilde over the bold italic O. You can see that it's situated properly. It's supposed to be there because it's a part of the character. It was designed together. Here it's not. Also, the tilde writes higher over here than it does here. because again, it's a combining character. Overall, it's just not a good look. There's also a chance it won't render correctly if it's printed on, older things. So overall, just not ideal.
But there are some really fun pre-combined characters that we would never use, but
Yeah.
I am guessing this problem. Does this problem stem from like not many languages have a nasalized O and and then on top of that, maybe they just have a and no nasalized version? Because like even the like form where you have the O slash, you've got the OE combined as one letter shape. Neither of those has any sort of nasalized component.
No, I think it's more that just because different traditions using the Latin alphabet will use these
Okay.
things in different arrangements.
Okay.
And so, like, there are plenty of languages that have this vowel nasalized, and probably that use the Roman alphabet, but they probably do it in a totally different way. Maybe they don't even mark nasalization.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I was seeing if I could just magically find the answer, but I could not.
I want to do a test poll with these,
Okay.
except not this one. That one's just a joke.
Wait, which one was?
The one where we just use O. I'm not actually going to do that.
Okay. So we're doing a test poll with those three options.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Do you prefer for nasalization marking? All right. So we have
Does that actually come out that way?
on.
Oh, sorry. You need that, huh?
I sure do, but only because like I'm on the little screens. Did you want to have it as an option to do ENRR?
No.
Okay. And then, oops, wrong one. That's right. I need to do this one. What's the simple way to type the O with the hat? I forget.
The I.
Wrong way. There we go.
Jake says all the languages with phonemically, specifically, are in the Tibetan plateau. But also French.
Okay. Got my three options?
Yeah.
You approve. Now you can move.
Yeah. So with the Ogoniek suggestion, it's just not common enough. Like, the way I look at it, the only accent marks you could ever use if you want English speakers to be able to do anything with them are acute, grave, umlaut, the circumflex, and maybe the tilde, and that's it. You can't use anything else. Nobody will know what to do with it.
Right, Mateus?
Sino-Franco-Tibetan confirmed.
Indeed. That must be what it is.
Yeah. Let's, but I wanted to see if this thing that, let's keep that one, that Dark Horse typed out actually comes out the way that he suggests it was. Because it shouldn't, and if it does, that's worrying. Okay, well, this is obviously problematic here. That shouldn't have come out like that. Like in the same word, this is a vowel harmony language. In the same word, how can you have aw and ah? That doesn't make any sense. Is it different if it's a...
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Wait, Cody, where are you?
On to your journeys.
Wait, where are you? Are you down here?
No.
Where are you? Okay, that's a problem. You know, so sorry about that, Dark Horse, but I think what's happening with LexRG is that it's treating, you know, suffixes is different from the base, but no, there should be harmony in roots as well, in bisyllabic roots. So that's going to need to be added in. So properly, that example that you had, Dark Horse, it should be coming out with the same ah on both of them. You know, oh my gosh, HAHRD.
We kept the H.
Yeah,
I thought we killed that.
I thought we did too. Hold on a sec.
Sure thing. Oh, we should.
she is down here.
Well, is she at least somewhere comfortable and not on the stairs where I thought?
Just starting attacking you. How could I stop if I'm just starting? It doesn't make any sense.
Now, David, be nice to your cousin.
Oh my God, they are red and green.
Oh, can we hear that louder? What color are the tubs in the corner?
No, I didn't say anything.
Yep. I hope everybody heard that. David confirmed the tubs in the corner are red and green.
Would have been so much cool if they were hot magenta and teal.
Well, sure. I'm not complaining about the suggestion that the tubs look cool as those colors. Okay, so we have H in the language, but I didn't think we kept that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So now I'm like, do we really know what this language sounds like?
Yeah, like, where was the whole thing with, like, what happened where it was like H is weak and H always drops out? Like,
Because I thought H's dropped out after the R's.
Cody, you want to come and say hi? My cousin just graduated from high school. She's going to UC Santa Barbara next year.
Yay!
Yay!
You gotta be way more excited. I'm so tired. Okay, yeah, you should go take a nap.
Alternately, there's also the treadmill here. You can do that. It's kind of like napping.
All right, so I think we have enough votes. I'm going to end the poll. We're right where we need to be about. We had loss of coda H, but this is specifically after an R. In between two consonants, but not.
Oh,
No, look at number 9.
yeah, number
But
9.
only when it's coda. So I'm remembering all these coda things.
This is really kind of a tough thing to. Okay, hold on a sec. Let's do arha, and arha. Oh, because it's, sorry.
Whoops. Look at the voicing. Oh, yay. Anime fan. Congratulations to your niece.
Arha. Hey, CJ.
So Grindel is asking what happens if we need that contour marker for actual contour tones. I don't think we're going to have any more tonal languages in this world. And so I don't think that will be needed. But I mean, fair question, because you're right. You know, we need to be thinking big picture before we settle on a romanization strategy. So
Yeah.
So yeah, just voices, but like that's not in our IPA chart. We just have an H.
Oh, I mean,
Are we just
it
considering?
should properly be there. Does it drop out between vowels?
I don't think so. I think it's only when it's coda with other consonants.
Yeah, it should. Well, that should voice, shouldn't it?
No, because remember vowels don't voice.
Oh, okay.
Because you even wrote that in there, except vowels, I guess, for some reason.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
Minnie.
Well, I guess we're going to have to ask ourselves some serious questions here.
The top winner with 50% of the votes is the option where we just use the N to do nasalization, and we mark it when it's nasalized with the double consonants just after.
That's cool. I mean, the reason why I said this was a test vote is I wanted to see how they voted, and they voted wrong.
What
What?
was your choice?
Anything but that one. Ugh.
Okay. You know, you need to be a little more open-minded.
It was a test vote.
I tell you what. Okay. Oh, Minnie's only here till 5:30,
Write that down.
which will be 4:30 our time. So we got 45 minutes.
Okay. So how do you think about these final forms? That's right, Carl. I am an autocrat. Autocrat knows how to get stuff done. All right. Miniots. So we have, what do you think about these? Arha, arha, alha. Do you like that? These are all alveolar. Arha, arha, alha.
I definitely don't like the middle one.
Arha?
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like you're asking the wrong person, because I would struggle with those alveolar to velar.
No, the second one wasn't velar. It was H. Arha.
Or further back. Anything more than arja. Arja. I guess I can do it. Arja. Arja. Alga.
Alha. Alra. Oh yeah, alra. 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 Arha. Alra. Arha. Alha.
I mean, they're forms. I don't know what opinion I can have other than, like, if this were my own language, I would change something to be able to make it a little bit more pronounceable, because I feel like just over time those would end up kind of getting shoved together in a lot of languages, but not necessarily.
Well, let's try to.
Sorry, I keep getting distracted because there's like the storm drain things outside the windows in the basement, and the wind is really blowing, and I guess there's a piece of paper stuck down in there. And so when the wind really blows, this paper just goes crazy in like a whirlwind outside the window.
By the way, I added it.
Thank you.
Yeah, because that should have been there. But yeah, I think only ra and la and ch and h are relevant. So, because I think we're probably going to be pretty good with all the other ones. So we just have these to decide with. So let's set something up here. We'll keep it right in the same place. We'll mark this one as the winner of the,
The incorrect poll.
Well, it was the winner of the popular vote, which obviously does not decide anything and is just for show. Okay, so we are looking at let's start with easy to hard. So, and then I'm going to do protoforms here. So this and this, this and this, this and this.
Jake has mentioned.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? What are you looking for? It's my sister mousing around down here. What are you doing?
And now she's like stopped in her tracks.
I was gonna use the gym.
Go for it.
Oh, fun.
No, I'll just do holes. 4 and holes.
Man, I ain't stopping you.
Yeah.
Jake is saying the esh never occurs because the J voices. And now I'm trying to figure out where we got the esh and the sound changes, and is that in fact the case? But I'm sorry, you're also...
Well, just let's see the palatalization rule.
Okay. So it just says that alveolar consonants merge with the palatal glide to produce the alveopalatal consonants. But it becomes maja.
Why?
Is that because of... It's because of the fricative voicing assimilation, and it occurs if any voice sound is on either side except for vowels.
That doesn't feel right. Does that feel right to you?
Well, what would happen is masia would become mazia, and then mazia would become maja.
It's kind of cool.
But that's the only place we get the esh, then, I guess.
That's kind of cool. All right, let's go put that.
And that happens before the Z becomes the TS. And so
Does this get a different color? Yeah, it gets this color.
it gets, yeah, that kind of browny orange, gold, whatever you want to call it, color. Good catch, Jake. That is not something I would have even thought about. So sorry, that was kind of like
Do we get cha?
off to the side. So that, okay, so I don't think we would. But the stops don't voice.
Yeah, we do get cha.
Yeah,
All right,
stops
so it's
don't
just cha.
voice. It's
Okay.
just the fricative.
All good. All right. Now back to
Okay.
now back
The
to our
electoral
latest
college.
catastrophe. Okay, so these are the sequences, and we'll give some.
Do you remember back in the day when I would be in Missouri streaming and we would, like, very suddenly there'd be very loud water noises in my little office space?
Mm-hmm.
This is what that's reminding me of.
Okay, and then we have. I mean, essentially, we'll write it, but okay.
Okay, yeah, sure. The catastrophe. But I think in this case, catastrophe has been avoided. Averted.
All right, so let's go one by one. I've started with L because I think it's the most likely to have something permissible. All right, alha. I'll try to do it more voiced. Alha, alha, alha.
Are you doing different sounds after the L?
Nope. Alha.
So it's just the same word 3 times?
Yep. Alha.
I mean, it sounds fine to me.
Okay.
Could I produce it? Probably not consistently.
It's like mall hop.
Because you mall hop?
Yeah, you go from one mall to the other. You're mall hopping.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Well, that's what the sound is. Alha. You like it?
Mall hop. Do I voice it there? Mall hop.
No, we generally don't voice it in English.
Mall hop.
Yeah, there you go.
As a side note, Carl had suggested you should make a new way to mark nasalization in the Latin alphabet. And then Woolaiko came back with the Dave. And Minnie says, it's just your face above the vowel.
Oh, brother.
The ginger face.
Oh, God.
No, wait, is it the ginger or the kombucha face?
Or the coffee face.
Or the coffee face. Oh, so many good ones. Okay, we got ideas. Bellhop. Bellhop. Oh, do I get any voicing there? But I also don't get an L in bellhop. I get the dark L.
Yeah, no, it's...
I get the velarized one.
Yeah, and no, it's like even though they might say it in linguistics textbooks, we don't really voice that. Not in our English. We don't really talk about or interact with bellhops a whole lot, but I make sure that I'm not lazy and I devoice that H for them out of respect.
Do you keep it alveolar? The L?
No.
No, so you're not that...
No, it's the H. That's the way it's supposed to be
Okay.
pronounced in bell. Come on.
Okay.
We're not going around saying bell all the time.
Is talking in a low voice to mock men phonemic in any language. I was just trying to get my voicing on. Magpie. Or would that be 3 different davers of the vowel?
God.
You're welcome. Okay.
Anyway, so Paul Blart Mall Hop, is this okay?
I mean, this is apparently we had already decided this was what was going to happen. Like,
Yeah, now we're revisiting it. So the thing is, are you okay with LH?
what would you have done?
No, I'm asking you. This is if you will accept it. I'm fine with all of these potentially.
Well, no, I think I can be fine.
Okay, we're fine with mall hop.
Alha. Am I doing it?
Alha.
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 There you go.
Okay, so I can do it.
So that one's okay?
Now now we're gonna do alveolar trill.
That one gets
Sure.
That one
it
gets a little Jesse?
Stamp of approval.
All right. So let's make that green.
Oh my gosh, no. That is anti-stamp of approval. That is ugh.
There.
I mean, better. It's not, super visible, but it's fine.
No, it's not super visible. You know what would be super visible is this.
No, that turns it invisible because it's so bright it hurts your eyes. Why can't you do like right in between those two?
Fine. All right.
Way better. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Next.
Next.
Alga. 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 Alga.
Oh God. Okay.
Alga. Sorry.
And you're doing an H, not
Alga.
You're not doing a fricative or something else.
It is a fricative.
No, like the velar fricative. Sorry.
Alga. Yeah.
You're doing
velar
the H.
fricative. Alga. Not an H.
Oh, you're doing the velar fricative.
Yes, velar fricative. Alga. This one. Alga.
Oh, we're doing an L.
Yeah, that's what we have right now. Alga.
This is how hard it is for me to hear what's going on in these combinations. I literally thought you were doing the alveolar trill and couldn't figure out what the fricative was coming after it. This is why I feel like some of these would merge.
Jake says, is there a form of blindness from looking at something very green?
Yes.
And Lyco says, it's grindness.
Yes, I love it. And yes, you're right, Tethys, it is impressively painful. Brain.
Yeah. Yeah, so like, I guess you can contrast, if we want to look ahead, alga versus arga.
Oh, God.
Arga, alga, arga. Alga, arga.
Right.
Marga. barra. So a word in this language, could be, barratapa, barratapa. I don't know.
I feel like this is...
Barratapa.
So, just side note, whenever
Barratapa.
I end up doing recordings in our work, I'm just telling the viewers that there are many times that David is like, no, you got to be louder and more forceful and you got to yell. And I feel like that's the entire mindset I would have to speak this cat language. Are they angry?
Evidently.
Are they angry for some reason that I need to get into their voice, need to be like, barara? Sound like, I don't know, aliens on Halo or something. Okay.
No, death as it hasn't. That's something yet to be done.
We still have to come back. Wow, yeah. Okay, so oh no. Algha. Did I get it? Algha.
Arga. Yeah, it's pretty good. Arga.
I mean, I can do it with some practice. Algha.
So
But then arga. Well, I don't know. It's kind of easier to.
arga. Arga.
So after a while, nothing makes sense anymore, when things just start getting said.
Bargada. Bargada. Bargada versus bargada.
And right now, I just feel like we're making the same sounds over and over again, which makes it feel like nothing makes sense. It's like a conversation that happened around me last night at the table where one person was like, oh, yeah, I saw C. And then somebody else was like, did you see C? And like, no, I don't think I did see C, but I think they saw C. And like after a while, I'm like, oh, my God, like this can't even be. It went on for a long period of time where after a while, I'm like, it's not even English anymore. Okay.
Yeah, so one option here is to turn this into a long r. So alra would become arra. Same thing with arra, which also become arra.
Didn't we do that? Didn't we have a whole situation where these things...
We did, but with R's. They were becoming long R's.
We didn't do that with L's? Because I thought it was like the RL is the only thing not affected. And we were like, this is strong, this is weak, this is weakest. Like, I swear we've had these conversations.
In the opposite direction.
But it's only in the coda.
Yeah.
It's not when it's a coda and an onset.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That's why I have so much deja vu around these conversations. Yeah. We decided things for codas.
Yeah.
The onsets just don't matter.
Yeah, so it's like, in this case, alra, we could just say, the L becomes weak there, and it's just you're preparing for the ra, and so it becomes arra. Same thing with arra, becomes arra.
So a geminate velar.
Yeah.
Fricative.
And it could be for both, or it could be for just the R. What do you think?
Well, Jake seems to be on board with something like that, saying, extend the rule that we had for the coda consonants.
What was the rule? Because I think the rule is going to do something completely opposite of that.
Yeah, what did Seesaw? I don't know. That's nasalization.
Yeah, it doesn't...
Okay, it was up higher. Okay, here we go.
They become a geminate version of the second.
Two liquids, which so that is a geminate version. But where? Okay, coda L is lost before a coda consonant. It lengthens the preceding vowel. And that's in coda, like LR position or LN position.
Yeah.
Then we lose the coda H.
In between consonants.
Again, when it has another consonant. Okay, and at the end of a word, I'm assuming this may happen also in a coda position potentially. The consonants M, N, H, and X change into a lengthening of the previous rhotic when occurring before another consonant or at the end of the word.
Yeah, so that's when they're in between.
Right.
So-
but like this is
So here's some things that we could that we would say would happen based on all the rules that we just talked about. One, it would justify geminating this thing because that's something that happens. Basically, you geminate the second thing. We have a rule that says something like that. Two, we could lose L in this circumstance and lengthen the previous vowel. And so this would become something like ara, and this would become something like ara. Be a little weird. Let's think. Ara, 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 ara. I don't know. What do you think? Split them or keep them?
I don't know. Where are you on this? This is the cat language after all.
I don't know. I'm kind of at odds there. I think that we should definitely just go ahead and say that we're going to do this. And we'll see if that survives to the end, because no, it'll survive to the end. It's only
It's
when
not falling.
yeah, okay, that's fine. And so we'll call this color blue. And then so for this one, let's go ahead and we can get rid of this. We know what sequence this now. Actually, it's handy. Do we want or? Okay, so is alha, which becomes alra, is that going to become arra, just like the R, or ara? An expansion of the previous one where we lose coda L for lengthening. And we can pull it up.
You want to pull it up?
Yeah.
Oh, but there you go. So Aaron just sent us a picture of Meridian at the park, and whoops, I meant to put a little heart on it, but I will make that poll now. Okay.
Oh my.
Again, just opinions.
I'm comfortable with either one here.
This is specifically protoform ALXA. And I'm not doing fancy A's.
Oh yeah, okay, so just the regular A means ah, okay. And actually that might be something when Cram watches this later. If we just put in a regular A, go ahead and have a rewrite rule that turns that into ah, because it's just easier to type. And then we'll do stuff for the other A, the ah. Okay, here comes the vote.
Right.
Actually, Dark Horse is asking a really interesting question. If any of these rhotics can be a word in and of themselves. And I want to go ahead and say maybe. We'll see.
Because it just means happy, like the purring that Dark Horse is suggesting. All right, so, and Jake is saying if we have ARX as a protoform, it would be AR, but ARXA would be ARA.
Awesome.
ARA.
Awesome.
Okay.
I like that.
Can you give the pronunciations again?
Yeah, so we're talking about ara versus ara. Ara, ara. Coming from alra.
Woo. So yeah, it's whether the consonant is long or the vowel is long.
Yeah.
Something is long. It's just which one. Ooh.
They all sound quite distinct to me. And coming from the acoustically weak L, it gets dropped off one way or the other. Wow, this really started one way and then swang the other way, didn't it?
It is swing, isn't it? Swing, swing, swung. It swung the other way.
No, it's just
it
swung. It just swung.
Woo! I was like, wait, that is it? No, it's not.
Yeah, but you know that song. I was just thinking of that song. You know, he shouldn't have swung on me, or shouldn't have, oughtn't have, couldn't have, something like that, or wouldn't have. I don't know. Blazing Saddles.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you're just making this all up at this point. So
It's from Blazing Saddles. You've seen Blazing Saddles, haven't you?
maybe,
Have you heard of Blazing Saddles?
yeah.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. Okay, so we have all the votes, and
Yeah.
there's a clear winner.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Ah.
All right. So that makes things a little bit easier. Just kind of write this as a new rule.
And also, I'm just going to throw this out to the room in general. I don't know if Natalie's music is too loud in her ears, but you can't see the workout equipment behind us, if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, you wouldn't be in frame, Natalie.
Oh, God. Sorry, I gotta do my administrative duties here.
Report.
Report. What's this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Report. Okay. Do I need to do that for everyone?
You shouldn't.
Are they coming from different ones? Okay. Well, and one more. It's because you and the swang. There we go. Okay. Administrative duties done. Do they still show up for you?
Well, did you also ban the user?
Oh, can you do it from your end?
There we go.
Okay. Okay. Good. Now I think we got it.
Yeah. But we should also be able to ban them, shouldn't we?
We can report, but I don't think
All right, whatever.
it's hidden. I guess that's
Yeah.
as good.
All right. So now we're going to move on to the other ones. So we have arha, 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 arha,
Arha.
arha,
Arha.
arha.
How are the H's going to be the only thing surviving in this situation?
I don't know. They're onsets.
Arha. Arha. Ooh, arha. No, that's harder. Alha. Allah. Arra. Okay, like I don't know. I may be switching my vote. Like I said, that was acceptable before, but now I'm like, what if it just became like Allah? No, it wouldn't be. It would be ah. No. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
Focus just on arha, arha, arha.
I don't like it.
You don't like it. Arha. You're fine with Allah. You're fine with madhab, but not with barhab.
Barha.
Because I think
Barhab.
historically we know which one you'd be all right with.
True.
Yeah.
But now let's get back to pronunciation, David. The
Arha.
point of this.
Arha, arha,
Arha.
arha,
Arha. I mean, I guess.
arhana, arhana, arhada,
I just feel like if you're
arhala,
going fast, arha, arhana, arhana, arhana,
Arhana.
arhana. Oh, goodness. Goodness.
arhat is of course the yeah.
That is arhat, not your hat.
Yeah, arhat is a thing in Buddhism, and I know about it because of Journey to the West, where they're all after Monkey at one point in time, and he's always complaining about this and that, including the arhats.
Oh. Yeah, Logan, you've got a point there, but moving forward, you won't see the username anymore. So it's been hidden. Otherwise, I guess I could have gone through and I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. I don't know. I'm going to leave it to you on this one, or say poll.
I would leave it myself. I would leave it.
Okay, then let's do it.
Okay.
And let's make it known that Jesse was okay with a mall hop and David was good with a bar hop.
All right, now we get to the big one, the r. Arra. 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 Arra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we also have arha. Arha.
I feel like I'm going to need to drink a lot of water to rehydrate my throat after attempting either of these.
Hmm.
Arha. Because that's actually, one is technically further back than the other, which is throwing me off. And by technically, is. Like, I don't want to do the back one first.
Versus
yeah, I have no vote because I can't do either.
In this case, I feel like, honestly, I think that the is just too powerful. I think it becomes a geminate in both circumstances, but with
Perfect.
the oh my god.
How is this happening?
Hold on.
I can just remove it. Does it still show up?
That's all right. I got it.
Okay. Oops, but now I can't.
Yeah.
There we go. Must be all the purring we're doing on screen here. Okay, so I'm on board with that. So what you're saying is two of the trills, right? That's what you're saying gets geminated.
Jake's having a pun here, and I don't know what it's referring to. Darn it.
Oh man, it hasn't shown up for me yet. There we go. There we go.
And trills, of course, are sexier. So ara for both.
I'm still trying to work out the pun. Don't mess me up with your meowing. Cooks with. So I'm trying to think like what's the ovens.
Ara.
I wouldn't have gotten there.
Ara.
Your trills sound much better than mine. Not gonna lie.
They sound good when you really trill them, and you just got to make sure that it's in that zone to do it. Otherwise, it just fails, right? Because a failed trill is a fricative.
Well, I'm pretty sure I just do fricatives for that.
You gotta,
I can do the alveolar trill. I may be a person who is just not gifted with the talent of a uvular trill.
You can do them both.
You're doing both at the same time to show off?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to verify. All right. So let's just do it. Let's geminate those and let's celebrate.
All right.
Because we made a decision and then we need to return to this romanization thing. And then we need to get it done because last time I was so excited that we started grammar.
Yeah.
And now all we did was go right back to sounds.
Yeah, we did.
Ugh. Or should I say, ugh. It's not working. Yeah.
Let's see.
He failed drills just a freaking yes.
All right.
All right.
We'll have to
Yes,
codify that at some
indeed.
point.
Oh, Ragdoll lived with the Krishnas in Auckland as a child and went to Buddhist temple as a teenager. All right, this time you're not even going to cheers it. You broke the package.
I didn't. Look. It's just folding it back. See, it's still plenty sealed. I can give this out at Halloween.
This time we remembered to pack Kopiko on our trip. And so, hooray! And cheers. Now it's upside down. You rip the package and cheers me upside down. Then I have to check and make sure I'm not cheersing you upside down. And this is why we're getting spammed. Ooh, a failed trill should be a frikitten. Uh-huh.
Kopiko, a flavor of action.
I got some trash over there.
Okay.
Now you got to make that a reality while I enjoy my Kopiko. Because this is how bitter I am. That we went back to these sound changes.
Let's see. It has to be after the thing voices. So after ch voices to r. Where does that happen?
I thought it was much earlier than that. Fricative 7, voicing assimilation.
Okay, so after that. Probably do the H thing after here. Further our mightiness.
But that'll only take care of one, right? The other two, because one R is actually not mighty. It's only the capital R.
Yeah. So we just say plus rhotic plus back. Onset, H is lost after a uvular R, resulting in a lengthened R. Okay. Because I think that we already have something happening at the end of the word. And so I think that what happens is fine. Yeah, it just deletes. And that's just fine.
Okay, but can you go back? It's not just H, it's also X. Oh my goodness. They're really persistent little buggers. But the X was also for only 3. Can we only time them out for 300 seconds?
Dang.
But this happens with X too. What you're typing up now.
Yeah. Let's see if I can.
But I thought you already did that.
Yeah, so did I.
Okay.
Okay, so that takes care of that.
Except you're gonna
Now we need the
you're gonna add the X though, right?
what?
Because ARXA does the same thing.
Oh. Where?
The further mightiness of R down here.
In that case, we'll say plus continuant plus back.
And then R lost. We don't want to, embarrass ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, so now the L and R. So this one will be known as the might of
Yeah, Minnie nailed it. Nahuatl is too sexy. And Bib agrees.
Finally, Bibleridian got off his spam account, sexychat.xyz, to come and contribute for real.
So we should probably avoid saying their name. Goodness.
I didn't say the whole thing.
Okay.
It was just the abbreviation or the bibleration of it. Okay, plus milkweed on his back because I'm lazy. Or
Isn't plus liquid enough? No, because that would include the rhotics.
yeah, goes to. I mean, this is just. It's kind of ridiculous because it's just basically that. Whatever. The Dern R and L become.
That is so not what we decided. No. Okay, only before the X. Okay, never mind. That is what we decided. Go on. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Go on. What color are the tubs in the corner, David? I get confused because all the options sound the same to me.
They are hot magenta and teal. It's a reference you don't get,
It's that one famous spokesperson.
but Carl will get it.
Okay, and the others stay the same, so we don't need to address them. Okay. Now, can we get to this romanization issue and then return to grammar with enough time to decide, potentially, on what the patrons are voting on this week?
Anyway, we're not doing this.
Okay, then delete it. Do you want to have a run-off vote between the other two options to see preferences?
I don't know if I should do that.
Or you just want to tell us what we should vote for and then make that the vote? Nice.
I don't know. Well, what do you think, Jess? New diacritic just for the O-diaresis for nasalization, or don't write it?
Wait, this third one should be umlauted, right?
No. Yes.
Okay.
Very sorry.
So just to back that up a second, you were wrong.
I don't think so.
I prefer the middle option without writing nasalization spreading, which is not perfect. I don't fully like it, but I also am not... I mean, I'll go with the circumflex. Having to type it in this language will help me remember how to type it in general. And so there's a silver lining of that.
It's one of the basic ones. It's one of the ones that comes built in with the Mac.
I know, but I always forget it. But I also get the point that if we don't mark it somehow, we're losing specificity. We're kind of losing. But then again, how often is it going to happen?
Yeah.
But if we don't write nasalization spreading when there's a geminate, we never write nasalization spreading, and that seems wrong.
Yeah, we're never going to write nasalization spreading. That's what the second option is.
No, I don't like that.
Really?
I do like that. I don't like that. I don't know.
Huh.
I'm really, really... I'm like trying to see how umlaut and nasalization could come together to create a little circumflex, but
Well, the precedent for this is forgot. But there is some language where you, because of the combining things, you just do a different one.
Which I believe you. Like, I totally get that. I was seeing, sorry, it was a suggestion, which the under tilde is, I'm going to say not going to happen. But
Yeah, no, never. Like, we're talking about basically things that you can do in ASCII. We were never, ever going to consider things that were not available to ASCII.
But that's what I was checking. So I was like, I don't think that's even an option. And so, yeah, that's, but I was just checking because I was like, I actually don't know if that's an option. I've never.
It's an option with combined.
Oh, yeah, that's what you don't want to do.
No, but like you could do just an O tilde, I'm sorry, O diaresis and do a combined tilde underneath. But.
Okay. So, like.
Is the frontness more predictable than the nasalization? Well,
Bye, Silvertail.
how often would we get this?
Because essentially we're going to be getting. There's never going to be a plain O, right?
No.
Okay. But there will be. Oh. Okay. And there then will be potentially this. And then that for the just
Yeah.
plain O.
Mm-hmm.
I can get on board with that.
All right.
Yeah. It's just a little oddball of the bunch. A little fur ball, if you will.
Okay. All right. Well, then that's settled. We're going to have the for U and nasal. So now we can get to the thing that we've been avoiding for a long, long time, which is this. This was always going to be a problem because we knew that we wanted this, and we were always going to have the trill as well, and so we need to be able to distinguish them.
But right off the bat, 2 R's is not going to work because
No.
at some point it's going to be geminated, and like R would then be an option, but also RR could mean a geminate alveolar trill, which means it's now just out the window. So
Yep.
that suggestion needs to be thrown out before it even starts.
Yep.
I just want to point that out for anyone watching along. And I'm looking at what's available for other things marked up on R's, and I'm like, David's going to hate every single one of these.
Yeah, none of those is going to work, so we're going to have to do a...
And it can't be like RH or something, because that's an option.
yes, it is.
What else?
I don't know. So, I mean, one option is to, with sound changes, get rid of RH and then introduce RH. But Jonathan says R for single R, double R for geminate R, triple R for
R?
uvular, and quadruple R for...
You know what, Jonathan? Should have thought about that. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, like, RQ is an option. So, as we know, there is not going to be a Q in the modern form of the language because all the Qs are going to be gone. RQ is an option, or throwing Q after it is to say it's like that, but geminate
And what he means by that is uvular.
is uvular, yeah. Usually, like, isn't it QG that you use for the uvular G, or is it GQ? I don't remember which one is used. But
GQ is much more modern and, you know. Sorry, that joke doesn't land if you don't know that GQ is a magazine.
RX is a possibility. QR, that one's tougher because, like, when it starts with that, you feel like should be like kha.
Whereas like RQ is really obvious that it's something.
I'm gonna throw WR in there. I don't think you could ever have them.
WR
How?
or RW?
WR.
Okay.
I do have an idea. Yeah, that's what I thought. We do have HR as a possibility because the sequence never occurs.
So out of those, I actually think HR and RQ are my favorite, oddly enough. Partially because I think the X also reads. I mean, I know we're going to do the X's as KH's. It's just I try to avoid X's unless I'm specifically just going for that feel in the language where it's more IPA based than it is Anglo based.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking HR as well.
Like that actually sits pretty well with me. RQ is just fun because Q is a really fun letter.
It's just a backwards P.
I know, but it's backwards. And it's got a curly Q in most ways to write it.
B is a backwards D.
But Q gets a curly Q. And B and D do not. So it's exciting.
Yeah, geminate would be HRR.
Oh, a random capital R in the middle. Ah.
The Klingon root. Very handy, though, by the way. Same thing with Sampa, you know? It was like the lowercase is the one you expect, the uppercase is the unusual one.
Okay.
I feel like it looked funny after a consonant.
Jonathan, have you seen how Tapachla is romanized?
Atra.
ATHRA. Which, oh, shoot. What happens to AXRA? So that would be AGH.
So, sorry here. AXRA becomes, whoops. I've forgotten how to do everything. How do you do?
Well, first of all, you're in a different keyboard. I don't know what keyboard you're in.
Oh, I was supposed to be in this one. There we go. Okay, which would be spelled. Let's get this off bold. So ahra would become agra. Why does it become? Why did we allow that?
Because we didn't disallow it. Today is the first time we had a discussion about what to do with ar.
Ahra.
Arra.
Ahra is fine. Aghra is fine. Aghra is fine. But aghra, 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 aghra. That's weird. Like, we shouldn't allow that sequence, should we?
If we don't allow the other one, then probably not. But again, this was a conversation we didn't even start until today, so that is
Like,
a new...
I'm totally fine with aghla and aghra, but aghra...
We didn't keep the first two that you said you were fine with. Didn't the further mightiness of R just take care of that, what we did at the beginning of this? Oh, you're saying that. I can't hear the difference. This is how bad these combinations are for me.
Yeah. Those stay, and that's fine. Aghla. Yeah, it should. Yeah, this should
The
definitely.
further mightiness of R should include the other direction then.
Yeah, so this should. Yeah.
And then
Okay.
aghra will be kept. Whew. Lost before or so.
Oh well, we already did something with H, right?
Yeah, it lengthens because it's a coda, and it doesn't it lengthen?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, it
Yeah, it
lengthens.
lengthens. But it lengthens the vowel?
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case. Well.
But that does what Jonathan is suggesting,
Yeah.
with it looking weird after a consonant, does come into play because we would get ATHRA, and most readers would look at that as athra
Yeah.
and not atra. And so that is a good point, especially given the fact that we do have the TH in, say, wothukiju. And
Yeah.
so we do have that sound being romanized that way. So that could create confusion. Does, I guess.
Oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so that
that's taken
sequence.
care
But what
of.
you could do is put the T there just to show this is our potential problem here.
Hard to look at that and not say athra.
Yeah.
Atra.
Really good point, Jonathan. Even though I made an offhanded joke about Tpasla before I went on with it. But yeah, good point. And we can't do RH because that is already used.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong? Oh, I think I see the comment now.
Oh my god!
Okay. So, yeah, no, we probably don't want...
Oh boy. And both of these would be spelled the same way. Acha and acha.
Well, shiitake mushrooms.
Yeah. We're gonna have to revisit H, I think.
Why? Jake, thank you for pointing this out. Why?
Like, something that would be very easy to do is just say that H is deleted after a stop. But that still leaves us with this.
Yeah.
So, like, hate to suggest it, but we could do that. I know.
I don't know. feel like this is something I don't want to decide in the moment. This is hard. Because whatever we're stuck with until we revisit again in an episode when we could be talking about noun classes.
Man.
Oh.
Yeah,
man
that's
alive.
the apostrophe is what Jake is suggesting. That's what's done in is it Swahili, I want to say, to distinguish between syllabic N before a G versus a word that starts with a velar nasal. So like ngombe versus ngombe. Ngombe would have no apostrophe. No, wait. Ngombe would have an apostrophe after the G. Ngombe wouldn't have any apostrophe at all. Yeah.
Okay, so one issue with that, though, is that we do have ejective stops in another language.
Yeah, I know. It's really not ideal. I'd be much happier with just getting rid of H after stops. Oh, actually, what happens to this?
I'm so excited.
Asha? Really? I think maybe we should revisit H.
That's what it's sounding like.
Yeah.
Because that would be another issue where, of course, people reading that would say Asha, because why would you say Asha? Then the question is, does it just disappear or does it leave a geminate behind?
Yeah. So we got two potential issues here. One, revisiting getting rid of more H. And two is revisiting stops before that. I mean, at least.
Yeah.
Mata.
So is this revisit like we should save this for next week and revisit? Or is this revisit like we should do this in 14 minutes?
I don't know if we can do it in 14 minutes, but I'm thinking of making a poll out of it.
Okay. I mean, that would make most sense given our discussions right now in terms of what to use as a poll, because otherwise it's difficult to figure out what should be voted on. But yeah, keeping it. Is the poll going to be, should we revisit it, yes or no? Or is the poll going to be...
No.
Okay.
Come up with some ideas
Okay.
at some point in time. I don't know when. Because there's no internet where we're staying.
But, okay, so patrons, I'm just going to throw this out there. If you guys could be, a little patient with us, or patron with us, because we are on the road and where we are staying. So, like, we are streaming from one location, but staying at another location. And where we're staying, there's no internet. And I think David was like, whoa. But yeah, legit no internet. And so we can't really post things easily, once we leave this location. And this is going to take some thinking on our part for how we're going to do it. But we will be home this, later this weekend. And so if you wouldn't mind being patient with us, then, we could post the poll Sunday-ish. Or Monday-ish. But probably Sunday-ish. Maybe Monday-ish, because we got to get back from the trip. That is true. That is true. And Jonathan, I don't know what your reaction face is specifically to, but if it matches David's reaction, it's how do people live without internet?
Yeah.
Oh, Miles.
Yeah, remember it was raises. It was a
Oh,
joke.
raises is, yes, it was a joke. Sorry, I wasn't even, because you capitalized the ES, for some reason I was like putting emphasis, and so I was thinking it raises ES to Y. Why would it do that? So like I wasn't reading it as one unit, but yes, raises is a joke. Yeah. All right. We need to like put little footnotes in for all the jokes that we have. You know, to be like, remember, this was a thing. What are you staring at?
Staring at these coda T's that have just ruined our perfect romanization. Ugh.
Option 3, killing all coda T's because they ruined everything. But S's also ruined it because
Yeah.
SHA is, you know, if you had
Yeah.
SHRA, you're going to read it ashra, not
Yeah.
asra.
Atra.
Or it would be azra, but you would still read that ajra.
I'm honestly leaning towards X. I know.
You heard the inhalation?
Yeah, I know. Thing is, like, X, you know, it's basically ha, and you just,
It's a failed uvular trill, is what you're saying, just without the voicing.
yeah, without the voicing. So it's the opposite voicing, and it's not a trill, and it's not exactly uvular, but
You know what, Jake? I would totally do that if someone wants to get me all the episode numbers and times for every inside joke that we have documented in our things. I will go through and add those citation.
yeah.
Okay, so can you just pop it on the screen what X is going to look like if that's our... I just need to see the devastation.
Atra.
I'm trying to imagine it as a cute little R. It's like a little capital R that just got curly cued.
Yeah. And there's no, like, easy diacritics for consonants anyway, except for Enya.
Jake, that'd be amazing. Ooh, graphic novel of inside jokes.
You absolutely can, Jonathan.
Because we're going to be romanizing the X as KH and GH when it occurs that way. For the romanizations, yeah, we can, because otherwise that would be saying...
Now, if we didn't have any GH, we could use that. But
Right.
we do have GH. I mean, that would actually be one way to take care of it. And it is one way I've taken care of it in previous languages. Just have ra merge with ra everywhere.
I'm just going to type this. Don't... Okay, I really don't like RQ and QR anymore.
I certainly don't like the first one. The second one, atra, it's all right. But there could be this.
Sorry. I feel like I don't even know you right now.
I've done it before.
It's shaking me to my core.
In fact, for bright, I had a crazy merger. It was a merger of r and ra and ga. The voiced uvular stop. I merged all of them.
Now listen, here's the thing. Me looking at you that way and being shaken to my core is not about these two sounds merging, which I mess up all the time because I can't do a real uvular trill.
Yeah.
So like that makes sense to me because
Okay.
the two sounds. What is shaking me to my core is how much love and energy we have put into the phonology of this language for you to suddenly be like, no, let's get rid of them. And so anyway, that's shaking me a bit. Because I also want to point out, and maybe people have noticed this at home following along, it really feels like every season it takes longer for the phonology. Like I feel like Ingala was like 4 episodes, and then we did a bit longer for Tpachla, and then we did longer for Okutiju.
Well,
And now, like, I kind of feel like we need 2 more full episodes to flesh out everything that's coming up now.
well, the nice thing is that for the dog language, it's just going to be 1 episode because it's just going to be deciding on the phones because there's going to be no minimal pairs.
My name goes first. You have to go with what I say. So it'll be 1 episode because I'll be like, here are these 2 sound changes I want, and let's move on.
I'm willing to change a lot for the romanization because of the audience that it's for. If it was just for us, then we wouldn't have to worry about it. We could just use IPA rather than a romanization, which, by the way, is what I recommend. Like if you get to a certain point and you're just starting to do goofy things like use the letter Q for an angma, you should just use IPA because you're not getting yourself anything with the romanization. You're not simplifying anything, so you might as well just use IPA so everybody knows how to say it. Yeah. But in this case, I mean, since it's for a board game, I want people who use it to like have a shot at being able to pronounce it. So yeah. R and R apostrophe. I mean, that is an option. I don't like it, but it's an option.
So I'm staring at the keyboard like, what other? I guess it renders some backness to it, if you will. Ooh, our hatchuk?
Yeah, we can't type it.
We can't?
No.
How is that? Yep, no. Nope. Yep, no. Okay. Can't go either way. Circumflex or hatchuk.
Mm-hmm.
That really kind of shocks me, though. I feel like you should be able to do such a thing. Oh, wait. There it is.
Yeah, it's used in Czech and maybe Polish. I don't know. Yeah.
So it's there. It's just not in our keyboard.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Not Polish. Does Polish have an acute accent over the R? I forget.
And I agree, Tethys, it does kind of look like there's a glottal stop in there, which is what hangs me up on it a bit. But I also don't think we've had a glottal stop in any of our languages yet, which means it's not been used in the romanization system that we're using across the board. We do have ejective stops, so we do have the apostrophe being used for that, but nothing that an R would combine with. An ejective R.
Honestly, I think this solves all of our problems, and it gives us a lot more. Gives us a lot more.
Okay, so they're going to merge to the trill,
Yes.
or for the river cats, it will be the fricative. Yeah. Okay. And
The river cats being the otters.
the GH in spelling would be that sound. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay, so that's something that I would like to discuss a bit more. I feel like that's a good starting place for next time.
I want to just do it.
I would love that you want to just do it, but I also want to know what ramifications there are beyond taking out all of the GHs, because X is going to voice anywhere it has another.
Here.
And then where does that happen? Does that happen near the end so it doesn't affect? Does that then put
Yeah.
R in situations it shouldn't be in anymore because we've now changed things that we had changed before?
Here, hold on a sec.
Signification, okay.
Let's just see what happens. Yeah, so these are going to end up being alra. Alra still works. Arra doesn't work, so that'll have to change. But Zarga. Otherwise, honestly, very little's going to change. Hey, look at this. That stayed. Zarga. That's interesting. Ooh, look at this. This changed. That is Zarga. I wonder if that was intentional.
I think it's because, well, I don't know. I don't know why that's because. Yeah. It would be GGH for the geminate version.
Yeah, GGH.
Jonathan. Make a little sandwich. Okay. All right. Well, if you're on board with doing that, I will just see where this takes us. Deciding where to place it, I feel like is going to be important.
Yeah. We need work on placement to
Miles, I feel ya.
to avoid weird liquid sequences.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's a good place to start next time.
Yeah, we'll clean that up real quick, and I'm probably going to do the poll on. I'm going to leave this just for the PDF, but I'm going to do the poll on H.
Okay. Perfect.
We'll do something with that.
Excellent. Well, okay. So we need to get going.
Yep.
Hopefully grammar will happen soon. But we hope you all have a wonderful week. And, that would be kind of fun if we were doing a whole mythology for them, Dark Horse. But anyway, hope you all have a wonderful week, and we will see you next Thursday from our usual location. In the meantime, stay grammar.
All right. Bye, everybody.